was here? What country? Was you born here? Was you born here, ma'am?
Leave her alone! Why are you grabbing her? She is trying to get away from you. Leave her alone!
Yeah. That's the door right here.
¡No para, espera! ¡Estoy muriendo!
Alone!
Let's go!
Leave him alone! No!
Leave him alone!
I can't believe that in 2025, this is where we stand as humans, where crowds of grown men feel righteous surrounding a woman and trapping her and not letting her leave, where agents of our own government almost run over a child and then tackle him to the ground, where U.S. citizens are being attacked and kidnapped off the streets, where anyone who looks or sounds different is becoming racially profiled. And I know this isn't new, but we're seeing it at a whole different level right now. Unless you're a white man, you are not safe. We've seen this before. In the 1940s, Hitler told his people that Jews were a threat to their nation. Vermin, disease, subhuman. German propaganda films and newspapers portrayed them with exaggerated, twisted features, rats, parasites, contagion. Ordinary people were told they were protecting their country while they watched their neighbors taken away to ghettos and camps. And in America, during the same war, the propaganda machine was running too. Posters, films, and newspapers portrayed Japanese people, the Japs, as they called them, as animal-like, sneaky, and less than human. Government-issued posters showed monstrous caricatures with fangs and claws, dripping blood, warning that Japanese people were spies. Hollywood joined in, turning cartoons into tools of hate, mocking accents, distorting faces, and teaching children to fear anyone who looked Japanese. And that fear justified rounding up over 120,000 Japanese Americans, most of them U.S. citizens, locking them behind barbed wire, stripped of homes, businesses, and dignity. Then came the Cold War. Now, the enemy wasn't a race, it was an idea. If you questioned the government or called for peace, you were branded a communist. Teachers, artists, and journalists were blacklisted. People lost jobs and reputations simply for thinking differently. Propaganda told Americans that dissent was treason, that free thought itself was dangerous. Every generation has faced the same test. Will we recognize when propaganda is turning neighbors into enemies? When protecting the country becomes an excuse for cruelty? And right now, in 2025, we're facing that test again. Because the rhetoric coming from the top is telling people that cruelty is patriotism, that obedience is morality, that compassion is weakness. They're trying to convince the world that anyone different is a monster, while they're slowly becoming monsters themselves. And that's why we have to remember history. Not just to shame the past, but we need to remember history to protect the future. Because when we forget who we are, we risk becoming what we fear. We are the peacemakers, the bridge builders, the ones who remember what humanity costs. And no matter how loud their hate gets, we cannot stoop to their level. We cannot become the monsters they want us to be. Because the real strength is refusing to lose our humanity. Don't forget this.